Hello everyone, this is SST Edupedia powered by SST College of Arts and Commerce. I am Amrita Chawla and today we are going to cover the first module of semester 2, topic public relations for classes FYBCom, FYBMS and FYBCBI. Let's get started. We'll first start with the introduction of PR. What is public relations, also abbreviated as PR? The Public Relations Society of America, also known as PRSA, defines public relation as a strategic communication process that builds mutually beneficial relationships between organizations and their publics. It very simply translates to the fact that it is an agency or a department in an organization that takes care of how the media or the people take the impression of the particular organization. PR is the persuasion business. You are trying to convince an audience inside your building or town and outside your usual sphere of influence to promote your idea, purchase your products, support your position or recognize your accomplishments. You are trying to tell them and create narratives to advance their agenda. Any PR agency can be used to protect, enhance or build reputations through the media, social media or self-produced communications. It doesn't only have to be delegated to social media or any simple kinds of marketing. It can also be done with bigger sorts of media like television and radio, banners and things of that sort. A good PR practitioner will analyze the organization, find the positive messages and translate those messages into positive stories. For example, if an organization believes in, let's say, rights of stray animals or rights of women of the particular country that the organization is based in, it will become the responsibility of the PR agency or the PR department of that particular organization to take the message, the positivity out of that message, something that I as an organization resonate with, and give it out to the people who invest in me, who trust in me as an organization. Also, when the news is bad, they can also formulate the best response and lighten the damage which is done. There are a lot of instances where organizations go through certain things which are unforeseen. Certain cases, certain problems, certain internal and external problems included. These are the things which should not go out in media and give out or put the organization into a negative light. That is when PR comes into picture and paints a very nice, not all that bad but not all that good even picture of that particular organization to lighten the damage which is already done. Let us now go to functions of PR. Public relations is different from advertising. The agencies don't just buy ads, they don't write stories for reporters and they don't focus on attractive paid promotions. The main role of public relations is to promote the brand by using editorial content appearing in magazines, newspapers, news channels, websites, blogs and TV programs. This way they can lead a large number of audience and different demographics regardless of whether they have invested in our organization, the products or the services that we are providing them or not. It is also their function to anticipate, analyze and interpret the public opinion and attitudes of the people towards the brand and draft strategies which use free or earned media to influence them. I am pretty sure you must have heard of the term social media influencer, and when they tell you that they have received a PR package from this particular organization or this particular brand, that is when they try to influence the influencer so that the influencer is able to make a positive impact of that particular organization or that particular brand to all their followers. They also draft strategies to support the brand's every campaign and new move through editorial content. Writing and distributing press releases is also one of their major functions, including speech writing, planning and executing special public outreach and media relations events, and writing content for the web, which include internal as well as external websites. Developing a crisis public relations strategy, handling the social media presence of the brand and responding to the public reviews on social media website is also a huge responsibility of the PR agency. They also counsel the employees of the organization with regard to policies, course of action organization's responsibility and also their responsibility as an organization and as an agency. For example, if suppose there is something happening in the organization that I as an employee do not resonate with, or I as an external person, as a consumer or as a stakeholder, as somebody who has invested in that particular organization do not resonate with, or I do not believe in any cause or any message that they are giving out, it becomes the responsibility of the PR department to counsel me, to let me know whether there are any gaps, to fill me in and to counsel me in a way that the policies of the organization, the course of action and all the responsibilities are coming to me in a positive light. They also deal with government and legislative agencies on behalf of the organization if at all there are any problems, whether positive or negative. They also deal with public groups and other organizations with regard to social and other policies of the organization and legislation of the government. Very recently, the marriage of two Bollywood celebrities have been making rounds in the news channels. I'm pretty sure you must have noticed that. The kind of social media posts that they are putting and the kind of social media posts that other brands that talk about the same thing, for example weddings or Sabyasachi or any people who are into making bridal clothes or designing jewelry or things of that sort, it becomes a responsibility of the PR agencies of these two particular Bollywood celebrities to give out the message that they have turned this very personal and very intricate matter of family into something which can go out in public without having a lot of scrutiny from the public eye. They also handle investor relations, the PR agencies. This brings us to the next subtopic, which is advantages of having a PR agency in an organization. PR is used to send out positive messages which are in line with the brand's value and its image. How the brand is being taken up, the reputation of the brand, the image of the brand in the people's eye, whether they have invested, whether they have been buying, whether they have just heard of the brand or not. This also builds up the brand's reputation and image. These strategies are used to convey that the brand is as much part of society as the target audience is. If suppose I am branding a particular health drink or a particular drink that states that sugar is bad for people who have diabetes, thyroid or any other lifestyle diseases, how am I going to give out this message without making these people feel bad about themselves? This will not only be the responsibility of the advertising agency to give out a message softly, but will also become the responsibility of the PR agency to foresee that the message that goes out in a positive light only. This will help in building up a strong relationship of the brand with the public and vice versa. This brings us to the first advantage of PR, which is credibility. Public trusts the message coming from a trusted third party more than the advertised content. For example, I would definitely buy a product if I see my friend, my best friend or anybody from my family using it, rather than just putting in a lot of my money and buying it first hand and later coming to a conclusion that, oh, this particular thing did not suit me well or did not go well with me. Next, reach. A good public relations strategy can attract many news outlets, exposing the content to a large audience. Moreover, this medium can help the company utilize certain organic touch points that are hard to capitalize on otherwise. There might be demographic issues, people of certain ages not believing in the message that I am giving out as a brand, or certain people just not liking the way that I advertise my product, or certain people just not believing in what I am saying. It becomes a responsibility of the PR department or of the PR agency to take care of certain things and to make sure that the best possible message is going out to the people, so that the ones who have not entrusted themselves in us also do the same. Cost effectiveness. Public relations is a cost-effective technique to reach large audience as compared to paid promotion. So in paid promotion, if you've noticed that Instagram has also allowed paid promotions to certain social media influencers and to also people who have business accounts for that matter, to kind of tell about the sponsorships that the people are getting or tell about the promotions which are paid for them. However, these paid promotions are not long lasting. They last for a while and then it just goes away, it disappears into thin air. However, when it happens with PR, the effectiveness of the cost invested is much higher than any other strategy. It also ensures better communication. Public relations help the company to communicate more information to the public than other forms of communication medium. It's not only targeting social media or any other media for that matter, but it's targeting everything at the same time with the same energy and the same flow, so that the similar message goes out in different way, branches out in different ways, but the idea remains the same, to give out, to get my brand out there, but in a more positive outlook. And the last is disadvantages of PR. There is no direct control. Unlike paid media, there isn't a direct control over the content distributed through the earned media. This is the biggest risk of investing in public relations. For example, if I as a social media influencer do receive a public relation or a PR package from a cosmetic company or a lifestyle store or something of that sort, there are very thin chances that I will use that product, or maybe I will give out the very genuine response that people are expecting out of me. I might as well do it for the money that I am getting or the free products that they have promised to give me, and vice versa. Perhaps the people of that particular brand or that particular organization are not as true as they claim to be. They are not really giving out the message that they have been giving out so far. Hard to measure success. It is really hard to measure and evaluate the effectiveness of a PR campaign, whether the people have really taken out the kind of response that we would have liked, or whether if they step out of this particular event or this particular campaign, all the things that they promised, the links that they promised to keep with us, will they be doing that? There are always question marks hanging in there, but the agencies are really good at taking care of these things. And no guaranteed results. As I said before, publishing of a press release isn't guaranteed, as the brand does not pay for it. So the media outlet publishes only if it feels that it is going to attract the audience that we are supposed to target. If not, the results, whether positive or negative, cannot be targeted. This brings us to the end of the video today. Thank you very much.